I joke all the time, but it's actually not a joke, that picking Carleton is like the one moment from my past that brings everything else together. Like, it was the best decision I ever made. I'm the Assistant Curator of Aviation and Space at the Canada Aviation and Space Museum, which is a part of Ingenium, which is Canada's Museums of Science and Innovation here in Ottawa. I can truly say that coming to Carleton helped me get that role for so many different reasons. One being the connections I was able to make here and the professors, and the chances to work with different groups through internships and stuff. They were really looking for someone who wanted to look at a topic that was, traditionally a male-dominated space and a very white space, and how can we bring in the stories of people of color and marginalized communities. So I think my focus had always been on that and telling kind of diverse stories. And the chance to be creative and have kind of a repertoire of projects that I got to try a lot of different things while I was here at Carleton was a huge part of the reason I was competitive for when the job posting came up. This is V in Between, and it's a book that I wrote while I was here at Carleton as part of my public history major research essay. And it's a semi-autobiographical book about my experiences being adopted from China. And so this book explores a kind of a fictionalized account of what it was like growing up, and explores this character of V as she navigates kind of these complex identities around adoption and Chineseness and what it means to be part of her community. How can we use something like children's literature to tell a difficult history, a complex history? This is only a little over 25-year history, but that wasn't a problem at all. And there's so many different ways of reinterpreting it. Even though it's maybe not ancient history, it's still definitely historical. And I did a lot of reading on speculative histories and different autobiographies of historians specifically, to kind of see how can a historian's autobiography be historical in itself. We just finished up a big project at the Canada Aviation and Space Museum. We've done a large permanent exhibition on the Cold War, which was the first exhibition I've ever worked on. It was a real chance to use some of the skills that I learned in my degree. In a children's book and an exhibition, you'd only have a certain amount of words, so learning how to write tightly and concisely was a big part of it, and a chance to share the people stories behind these really complex histories.